Hello everyone and welcome to another review. Today we have the SS86 or the Studio Series 86 line of blaster. This one comes with him and rewind here. This time he's actually done in the actual plastic, not like the transparent plastic of years before, but now in regular just painted plastic. But for Blaster here, we'll start off with him and go back to the Minicon. For articulation, hands sort of can go in for transformation. Sorry, it's hard to see with the camera, but they can go in about that far, and then basically go all the way out for transformation. And then same thing with the other hand, except for he's got a little more articulation in that one. Just that way he can actually click the buttons down here. For that, it opens up, has a little thing in there for the cassette. Still mad at Hasbro that they have not made one that can hold more than one cassette at a time, but I'll be complacent. Head can go up about that far, head can go down about that far. It is on the ball joint, so it can go a little 360 right there. For the back panels and the back and all that stuff, these really don't really move too much, but the back panel can come up about that far and down about that far. For leg wise, can go all the way out. There we go. So, like I said, can go all the way out on both sides, same thing. For this side, it's a little bit more tight, so on my copy, so he can only go up about to right there. But the rest of that leg is on the basically swivel. Same thing, other leg is on a swivel. Knees can go up basically to a full 90. And then can also go back. The legs can go back about that far. For foot, they're sort of really stuck in there. But they do have this little tab right there that comes undone that gives you a little bit of foot tilt right there. But other than that, it can only go up for transformation. For rewind here, he's going to be a little bit harder to get on camera, but can not really look. He can, well, I guess he can look up. He can look up about that far for transformation. Can only look about that much down for transformation. Arms are on the swivel, so yay, rotating shoulders. So there we go. Legs can go out that far, can come back that far. Can go all the way out, so he can do the full splits. Or that way you can see it. Knees can be brought up to a full 90. Hold on. Let me get him in a little position. There we go. Let me get his arm out the way. There we are. So that way you can see. Legs can go, or knees can bend up into 90 position, and then same thing for that. So let's go ahead and do Rewind's transformation. So what you're going to do is get it back to this spot right here. And then you're going to take the head. There's a little head slot down there. And you're going to push it down. You're going to bring these up to get them out the way right quick. So that way y'all can see. Looks like that. And then there's little ball joints right there. You want to bring them down and sort of twist. So that way you can see. From the full 90, you want to twist them and basically push it in. And then same thing for the other side. You're going to twist it in. And then it should look like that from the front. And like that from the back. And then for legs. The legs always get me, so. But basically, you're going to have them to where they look like that. And then you're going to sort of bring them out. Basically, bring them out all the way. And then fold them in. So, legs should look like that. There's a little indent. So that way y'all can see it on the other side. There's a little indent right there. All you're going to do is bring it up. And bring it in. To that little hole in the circle. And there we go. We now have rewind. And it's cassette mode. Now for Blaster here. When you're trying to turn him into his little boombox mode. First we're going to come to the back. There's a little panel back here. You open it up and push his head inside and close it back up. Now for the arms. Let me get my hand out of the way. Basically, in there is a little hollow space. So what you want to do is turn it back here. You're going to put its hand all the way to basically where it's flat with that. And then you're basically just going to flip this. You're going to turn it or flip it like that to where it's 90 degrees. You're going to turn it to the side to where the hand sticks out this way. And then you're going to fold it in. And then same thing on the other side. You're just going to make the hand flat to the body. And then raise it up. Turn it around. Or wait, hold on. Sorry, technical difficulties. Raise it up. Then turn it around. And then tab in. So you should look something like that when you get done with the arms. Now for the lower body, what we're going to do first is take it and swivel it around to where basically the play buttons up here should stay up there. And then we're going to turn these legs to right there. And then just for demonstration, that way you can see them. You're going to pull this red tab back here, back. And then on the inside, there's this little white piece. You're going to bring it all the way up to where it's basically now flat. Just like that. And then you're going to rotate it back. And then you're going to bring it up to the arms. And then you're just basically going to fold it all in on each other. This hand always gives me the most difficult. There we go. The pointing hand always gives me the most difficult. I don't know why. But same thing as the first. I'm going to take it, open up that red drawer, bring up the white piece there. Take that, readjust the leg, bring it up, fold it in to the leg. So now we should have something like that. And basically you're just going to push everything together and make sure the hands sort of come in. Should look exactly something like that. Then basically you're going to take these feet and push them down. And then on the back here is his handlebars. You're going to bring those up. And then twist them to the front. And then on the front, once you have everything locked in and pushed in tight, you'll have something that looks like this. And then if we want to bring in the cassette, all you gotta do is take this and then plop him in, and then bam, that's Blaster all done. With other accessories such as this gun, it does have some molding right there that's done into it, but it's basically just a gray piece. For the cassette mode, there's a little tab right about there that I put it into. And to me, it sort of makes it look like it has an antenna on the side. So that is Blaster for today. Thank you for stopping in for this review. And make sure you stop in for another.